Hey, my little degenerates. Before the actual video begins, I just want to give a huge disclaimer. I recorded this a while ago, like when the first trailer came out. But I was really hoping that the second trailer would have changed my mind, so that's why I hold off on this video for so long. But it hasn't, so pretty much this is still my opinion. So nothing much has really changed, even with the second Flash trailer. So I hope you guys keep that in mind as you watch. I'm not referring to anything of the second trailer in this video, but my opinion about the movie and how I feel has not changed. So without further ado, here's the video. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome everyone. It's your boy, Mr. Degenerate, back at it again for another motherfucking video. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. The Flash trailer. The Flash trailer came out a couple of days ago. I saw it. I've watched it multiple times. I've sat here for some days thinking about it. And I gotta say, that trailer was mid as fuck. This is gonna be an extreme hot take, but yes, I just thought that trailer was mid as fuck. Now, I want to basically say, before I get on to the reasons why I'm not really looking forward to this Flash movie, I want to give a disclaimer. I completely understand that this video is going to be very divisive, and also I completely understand that this trailer is going, this video is going to come off very fucking biased. But I want to also keep in mind, for those that decide to stay and watch this video, that I do want to give the trailer some positives, and as I talk about it, I'm going to give it some positives. And I also will say, I could completely understand if people's excited for this movie. I would be, as I said it on a tweet, I said, I think I would be dumb to say that this movie don't look somewhat, it looks bad or it looks horrible, but for me, and what I'm looking forward for Flash, it just ain't in this movie. This is not a Flash movie to me. To me, I would say this feels more like DC's attempt of No Way Home. And while I do like No Way Home a lot, and I really like it, there are some things about No Way Home that really honestly hurt No Way Home in the general audience. And I feel like The Flash is nothing more but just No Way Home, but just DC's attempt. And so, the course of this video, I'm going to explain why I'm not looking forward to the movie. I'm going to give my thoughts on some parts of the trailer. And overall, I just want people to understand that I do love The Flash. Flash is one of my favorite DC heroes. And for me, it is very sad that they have went down this route with Flash. But it is what it is. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. First complaint I have with this trailer, and it's not really the trailer's fault. It's more of Warner Brothers and DC constantly using the same fucking storyline, Flashpoint. Now, I get it. It is one of the best Flash stories ever made. It resetted the DC universe and gave us the New 52. It's monumental for a lot of things. So I get it. I understand why this story is so cool. But after 2 fucking attempts of this storyline, it is so redundant at this point. I am tired of seeing Flashpoint. For those that don't know what Flashpoint is, basically, Flashpoint is the story of Barry Allen going back in time and basically rewriting history to where his mom survived, but in the process he messes up the timeline and creates a new universe where, yes, his mom is alive, however, the whole universe is completely different. So instead of Bruce Wayne as Batman, what if Thomas Wayne is Batman and he's more brooding and he's more like a killer? What if instead of Martha and Thomason Kent gets Clark, the government gets him and start experimenting on him. So he's like this weak former shell of himself. What if the Atlanteans and the Themysciras go to war with each other? That creates a huge big catastrophe, and that's all on Flash. It's Flash's fault that the whole universe is crumbling. And it's a cool story, and I get it, but to see it be represented in here, I was just rolling my eyes. And I've been feeling this way for a while about the Flash. It's that they always use that storyline, and it's tiring. Now, I know people are going to say, well, Mr. Degenerate, well, what other storyline would you have used? Since you're talking so fucking much, why don't you tell us a storyline that you would have used? I mean, for me personally, if I had to make this fucking movie, it would be a traditional Flash story, not a multiverse movie, because that's what Flashpoint is, a multiverse movie. At the core of it, yes, it is about Barry and his mom and his relationship with his mom, and the premise of you can't go back, you always have to move forward in life. I get that. I completely get that. But you know what other fucking storyline we could have used instead of this and still would have told a multiverse movie, and it would be centered around the Flash family, because that's what I want to fucking see? We could have do Flash of Two Worlds. We already established that there is the Justice League of Society is around in Black Adam. So it would have been nice to see Jay Garrick. That is something we've not seen in the big screen. We have not seen Jay Garrick, the first original Flash, team up with Barry Allen Flash. That would have been fucking dope. That would have been crazy. And if they really had played it really well, you could have had it be a prequel to the Justice League Society of America, where Barry meets the original Justice League Society, and we meet a younger or an alternate version of Wonder Woman, and she's just badass, she's hardcore. Like, that would have been something cool. That would have been something cool. Although that's something I wouldn't want. I would more want a traditional Flash story. And for this movie, I just don't feel like that's going to be. It's going to just be filled with fan service, which I've already seen how all of you guys have acted on the video already. Everyone's just excited for Michael Keaton's Batman. Woo! Oh, fucking Zod is back. Woo! And I'm just like, no one's talking about the Flash shit. And this is my greatest fear. And it's kind of like what happened with fucking Spider-Man No Way Home. No one talked about the cool story bits in Spider-Man No Way Home that related to Peter. They just talked about fucking Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. That's it. And that's why the movie gets labeled as a nostalgia bait. And it's like, bruh, it's kind of annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. It would just be nice to have a traditional Flash storyline, because there's so much to Flash than just time travel in it and whatnot. You know, what makes Flash cool for me, and why he's my favorite DC hero, is that he is the everyday guy, a part of the team. He isn't like Superman, who's super altruistic. He isn't like Batman, who's super cynical. He's just an average Joe who is serious, but knows how to have fun. He's cool. He's relaxed. Like, that's what I love about Flash. He reminds me of everything of what I love about Spider-Man in particular. So to see that, oh, we're just going a long time through multiverse, and we're gonna fucking go and hang out with Michael Keaton's Batman, and we're gonna see Supergirl, even though I think Supergirl looks cool. That's a positive. I think Supergirl in this trailer looks cool, but we're gonna figure out with her, and we're gonna play around and mess with another Barry Allen, and there's General Zod, and it's like, bro, it's like, can we just do something small scale? Let's talk about his rogues. I know a lot of people don't know about his rogues gallery. All they know is like Reverse Flash, but let's talk about his rogue. What about the Rogue? What about Captain Cole? It would have been nice to actually see him interact with Captain Boomerang instead of that piece of shit that we got in fucking the first Suicide Squad movie. It would be nice, but of course people don't want to see that. They just want to see fucking multiverse shit, and it's just like, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of them using Flashpoint. Tired of this shit. Because you know what would have been fucking dope? You know that part in the trailer where both of the Flash slide into each other on their boots and just a chain reaction of electricity came out? Wouldn't it be fucking awesome if that was fucking Barry Allen and fucking Wally West, or Barry Allen and fucking the first Flash, Jay Garrick, doing that shit? That would have been fucking badass. But instead it's just two Flashes. I'm like, okay, whatever. Another thing, Ezra Miller, like, I'm sorry, I know a lot of people are gonna give them a slack. I know there's gonna be a lot of people who's gonna watch this video and be like, oh my god, come on, give them a chance, they're doing great, oh, they're on their way to rehab and they're trying to get their shit together. I mean, that's great and all, and that's fine. I never cared for his interpretation of the Flash, because he's not the Flash. In fact, I think he's more Wally West than anything else, and I don't think his jokes land. And even in this trailer, when he was like taking pictures of Supergirl, I was just kind of like, oh fuck no. And it's because they always make Barry Allen, and this is a situation that's always happened. They always made Barry Allen Wally West, and he's not. Wally is the jokey Flash. Yes, he's the more not serious Flash. Barry has always been the serious Flash. Yeah, Barry cracks jokes. He cracks whack dad jokes. Like, did he just say that? Like what? Like, that's Barry's humor, not he slapstick fucking humor. Like, that's never been Barry. Barry's always been the serious frontman type of dude. That's what makes Barry interesting. Now, me personally, I've always loved Wally because Wally's the more silly one, but a lot of people I noticed don't fucking, at least with these interpretations, and even the CW show fucks this up too. They don't get Barry Allen's Flash, and to see it in this trailer, more of the same shit. It's just like, bruh. And maybe this is why I say this video might be a little biased, because ever since Joss Whedon's take of the character, I never liked Ezra Miller's interpretation of this character. Even when they toned him down in the Snyder cut, I still think he wasn't that good. I still don't think he's that fucking great. I still think he's fucking annoying. They're annoying. And I'm just gonna be honest, you know, the whole controversy with Ezra Miller, I don't know how the fuck they're gonna market this movie. Like, and that's the thing. Like, even if this movie is successful, how the fuck can you even keep Ezra around? You can't. And if Warner Brothers decide to do that, they're fucking stupid. Like, they have caused so much problems. And I don't need to get into all the bullshit they've done. Like, you can look up all the bullshit that they have done. This motherfucker is literally the reverse Flash. And I'm all for forgiveness. I'm all for allowing redemption. I'm a firm believer in redemption. But I also believe in punishment. And I don't know, I just feels like he's just getting a slap on the wrist. And it's like, okay, well, you're just gonna go to rehab, yeah, and that's fine. You'll be able to continue playing Flash and whatnot. I think that's fucking ridiculous. That is stupid. And I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable even supporting this movie. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't know what more to say on this. I will say, I do think they are, in the trailer, they look really nice. Really slim cut. They're not saying anything ridiculous. They're not doing anything ridiculous until the very end, until they do the second Barry. That's when I was like, no, this doesn't work for me. I don't think their humor works. I don't think Ezra Miller is good at humor at all. I'm sorry, just not me. And it's just fucking annoying. Like, to be honest, just cannot. The last thing I will say about this whole trailer and why I'm not a huge fan of it is that it just feels like nostalgia bait. It just really does. And I find it very fucking funny. Because I watched a lot of YouTube videos of their opinions on the Flash trailer. Because I'm like, maybe other people is excited. And I get it. People's excited. It looks cool. It looks like Snyder came in and did it. It looks epic. It looks grand. I understand that people like it. But I find it very hypocritical. A lot of people bash fucking Spider-Man No Way Home for doing multiverse shit and having the old actors come back and reprise their role one last time and whatnot. Y'all criticizing and say it's nostalgia bait and all the movie is just nothing but homages and using nostalgia to get the audience hype. But when fucking Flash does it, it's a fucking it is perfectly fine. That's some bullshit hypocrite shit. Anybody who judged fucking Spider-Man No Way Home and says that's nostalgia bait and this movie's not is bullshit. All I've ever seen throughout this whole fucking trailer, when I look through the comment section, when I look through Twitter, just social media, everybody is talking about is Ben Affleck's Batman, fucking Michael Keaton's Batman, and that Zod is back. That's it. And mostly is Michael Keaton. Nothing else. No one's saying anything else. No one's talking about the Flash. No one's talking about anything else. Everybody's just excited to see these two shit. And I'm just like, bro, first of all, maybe it's just me. I love Batman. I think he's cool. I really enjoyed the Batman. That was one of my favorite movies of last year. But I'm fucking sick and tired of Batman, bro. And this is why I'm annoyed that that they couldn't make a movie where Flash stands on his own 2 feet. We'll do it for Aquaman. We'll do it for Shazam. But Flash, no. He's got to have Batman. He's got to have 2 Batmans. It's like, bruh. It's like, are you fucking for real? My God. It's just nostalgia bait after nostalgia bait after nostalgia bait. And again, I'm not hating on it. But don't sit there and criticize Marvel and then sit there and say, this is awesome. Because it's literally doing the same thing. People saying, well, DC's gonna do it correctly. And that still doesn't give them an excuse, man. Like, it's still nostalgia bait. Whether you want to say one is better than the other, it doesn't matter. What most people are coming for is to see Michael Keaton's Batman. Because a lot of people know it's nostalgia. They haven't seen that interpretation in a long time. So they're gonna come in and see his character. And for what I've seen from the action scenes, he's gonna have cool action scenes. Even though he's like a 70-year-old fucking man kicking ass, I don't get that. I don't get that. He's probably taking some fucking drugs. He's probably sniffing some fucking cocaine, weed. I don't know what he's doing to stay that fucking strong and be able to do all that crazy shit. But it's beyond me. And I just hate the hypocrisy. And again, I'm not gonna call out any YouTubers. I'm not gonna call out any people. But I just find it very funny how people bash Spider-Man and Marvel for nostalgia, but gives DC a pass on the shit. And you know what it is, and I've come to this conclusion, it is because people just want to see the downfall of Marvel, and that is completely, and so they will do anything, even when DC does the same dumb shit like Marvel, they'll let it slide. I remember when the fucking, like, Black Adam, and I said it in my review of Black Adam, in my video of Black Adam felt like a Marvel film. Corny jokes, not that great CG, and just not that quite of an interesting story, but had some likable characters. But because it was DC labeled on it, people praised it. you had some video essays saying that this is fucking amazing. I'm not gonna name somebody. I'm not gonna name a particular fucking person that says that Homecoming is a good movie but not a Spider-Man film. I'm not gonna name them, but I find it very fucking weird how, because that movie is not a Marvel film but has a lot of Marvel shit in it, it gets a pass. Listen, I get it. Y'all tired of the MCU. I get it. But let's stop bashing the MCU. Let's give MCU its props when they do something right, and like call a spade when they just copy off of each other. Because comic books do that all the time. So why the fuck does this movie's getting a pass is beyond me. You could say it's execution, doesn't fucking matter. I think both movies is gonna handle multiverse shit pretty well, so that's another positive I would give Flash. I think they're both gonna handle it well, but let's not pretend like DC it didn't just copy Marvel with that shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. I also feel like, for me personally, this movie is just gonna be a poor man's farewell party. Like, if we really wanted to do this as a farewell party, because this is a farewell party, because Ben Affleck's in the movie, Batman is in the movie, and again, I like that they actually got him in a gray and blue costume, Batman costume, although I think the metal plates look fucking stupid. It looked like he has a training bra on. But yeah, it's like, it's cool that there's gonna be the final hurrah to Ben. However, I'm just kind of like baffled on that a lot, because Ben, you got Ben back, you got the actor who played Zod, but you couldn't get Wonder Woman Gal Gadot back. From what I gathered, you deleted her scenes. She was gonna be in the movie, but they deleted her scenes. Henry Cavill is not back. You couldn't even got like Jason Momoa for a scene. We can't get Ray Fisher, but this is what I'm talking about. If this is gonna be a farewell party to that universe, it would have been fucking nice if these guys came back for one time, other than Ben. Like, if we really want to say this is a goodbye story, at least do it fucking right. Don't half-ass it by removing scenes, from what I've gathered. Now, granted, I might be wrong. When the full movie comes out, it might have those scenes. But, guys, like, come on. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't know how anybody can get excited about this movie, knowing that it's going to be just a half-ass goodbye film. And that's fucking weird to me. That's just fucking weird. Just weird. I'll say this and wrap up the video. I can completely understand if people are interested in this movie, because deep down inside, I understand. It does have some cool factors. I do think Supergirl's gonna look amazing. And again, it's that nostalgia factor. But I do find it very sad that this is not going to be a traditional Flash story, and it's more just going to be Flash No Way Home, and that's it. I am tired, and I think it's very hypocritical that people judge Spider-Man No Way Home for having a lot of nostalgia and consider it nostalgia bait, when this movie is doing the same shit. But because it has the DC brand, it is completely fine. I know people hate Marvel, but come on. It's ridiculous at this point. Fucking ridiculous. And for that reason, and I just had to come to the conclusion, I personally, when this movie comes out, will not be talking about it, because I already know I'm going to be biased. I already admit that this video is probably even a little biased. I won't not be participating watching the movie unless somebody pays for my ticket, unless somebody's gonna make me go to the film. I'm not gonna fucking go watch this movie. It's just not a movie for me, and I have to recognize that. It's a movie for other people, and that's fine. I don't think every movie should be made for particularly me, but I also have to recognize, take a step back and be like, maybe you shouldn't cover this movie when this movie comes out, unless you really, really have something nice to say and think it's really game changer. But knowing me and knowing how I feel and knowing how much I love this character, I know it's not gonna fucking change. So, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it was a little too preachy or a little bit too much bitching and moaning. I just had to get this video out because a lot of people was asking me, and also I wanted to get my thoughts out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, please comment, rate, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, guys, stay safe and have a good one. Peace.